All right, Clint from the Doorway too, hanging out with Nick and Steven from I think it's Genius Ordinis Dia. Or am I close?
Kind of like,
Kinda.
kind of like.
Yeah.
So
It's
then you say it right.
yeah, it's Genus Ordinis Day.
All right, there you go. So
Yeah.
my Americanization of this bastardization was close, but
Yeah, it's fine.
all right, cool. Um, so why don't you guys introduce yourselves and what you actually do in the band, and then I'll start asking some questions.
Yeah. I am Nick, the singer and guitar player of Genus Ordinis Day, of course.
And I'm Steven, and I'm the bass player from the band.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. So I am going to be talking about just the last two records because that's what I've had the pleasure to listen to. I did not get to hear your first record yet. So I
It's
am
bad.
going to, yeah. Well, we're going to talk about the last two. So it will be nothing bad. But I kind of wanted to. So there's almost a common theme and element in the music and kind of the arrangements of the record. I would say the two biggest differences I hear is the new record is probably a bit more orchestral, where the other one is not. Um, but the common bond that vibes the two records for me is kind of twofold. And I may be way off base, and that's fine. You guys can tell me, but I feel a strong love of Swedish mellow death, and I really, really strong love of neoclassical and power metal elements in the death metal. So these are the things that I'm calling, and I'm going to throw a couple of bands out, and you can kind of start talking from there. But the bands that I legitimately hear when I'm listening to the record, and this is not about the review I did, this is me, like the more I dig and listen to both these two records, is the first one to come to mind is Septic Flesh. Like I hear
Right.
so much elements of Septic Flesh in your music. I think that's probably what drew me to you first. The next other bands that are like, I mean, and then there's like, the Given, like the Flesh God Apocalypse, because, there's similarities there. But the other stuff that I really hear is I hear a lot of Behemoth in you guys too, especially newer Behemoth, where it's kind of got that. I know they call you a death metal band, but I really say that you're more a mix of like orchestral, black metal, death metal, and power metal. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like the four things here. So like bands like Camelot and Angra too. And then the last one I want to throw in so you can kind of have a long conversation with me is I hear elements of Meshuggah, guys. Like there's a lot of like there's, there's almost like a degent moment there where I'm like, holy shit, they're doing these crazy jazzy degent moments and nobody's going to realize it because all this orchestral stuff is going above it. So talk to me a little bit about all the stuff I just threw at you
Right.
and tell me if I'm right, wrong, or where you're going with it.
Yeah. I first of all, I saw your review, and I want to say thank you, Clint, for that. And you're right. We are full of mix of sound of kind of heavy metal, and as you told me, as we have a lot of influences from different kind of music, and I hope that I don't like to take too much category in the
Sure.
when I want to describe my sound, our sound. I hope to build the Genus Ordinis Day sound. So, but anyway, I think you're right. Septic Flash, for sure, during the songwriting of these last records, Glare of Deliverance, Tommy, our mastermind, listen every day Septic Flash in during these last 2 years, and yeah, um, for me, uh, for the voice, I can say that Randy Blythe from Lamb of God was my most important influence for me for my voice and voice sound. Yeah, but you get the point when you told us the power about the power heavy metal. Yeah, you're right, man, because you get the point. We spend our young age listen a lot of power of heavy metal. Yeah, heavy metal power. Yeah, power metal. Yeah. So Yeah, I agree with you.
Cool. Steven, what about you?
Yeah, I would say you have a great year, dude. I mean, Septic Flash, for example, is one of the band that our mastermind listened to in the last 2 years, I think, or something like that. And also, I mean, Flash God Apocalypse, because we live in the same lands, and yeah, we're pretty much close as bands together,
Yeah.
and you of course got a point on the difference between the sound from the last new record and the previous one, because the new one is much more symphonic. The attention that Tommy put into the arrangements and the melodies, it's definitely an another level from the previous records. Absolutely. I mean, it changed a bit the way we decide to produce this album and this opera. I mean, since the last album was written by Tommy and the drummer, and they had to fight together for I'm gonna put this in the album. No, I'm gonna put these other things, and this kinds of story. The last one was written by Tommy entirely. We're talking from the chorus, we're talking from the arrangements and orchestras and riffs and solos and everything was written by him. And so he's the Beethoven guy. He loves so much symphonic music and classical, neoclassical stuff. So you can hear that he put all his efforts in the arrangement and during composing the album itself.
Yeah, I think it's more dark and epic album, this Glare of Deliverance. Yeah.
Awesome.
And absolutely behemoth. I mean, we never had before those black metal parts with super blast beat. We never had those parts before.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some strong behemoth moments, man, which is very cool.
Right.
I totally dig it. So I kind of want to go back to the last record, the Great Olden Dynasty, and kind of talk a little bit about that, because it intrigued me a lot more listening to it in reverse, like listening to the new record and then that record, because I can see the progression and I can see the differences and I can see the elements. One of the great things about that record to me is that whole Gothenburg kind of mellow death vibe that's on that record. Like it almost feels like you were huge fans of like Dark Tranquillity at that point in time.
Yeah,
absolutely, mate.
And maybe even like maybe a little bit like Soil Work and things like that, because it has those kind of elements on it. You took that and you grew into something that is it's a completely different record, yet the same. The new record, like I literally want people to realize, like if they go back and listen to that record, the only differences in my mind is that it's a little more operatic, a little more neoclassic, it's a little more complex. But you, at the essence, you have the same elements. When you were recording the new record, were you looking to go that direction, or did it kind of just happen? Because it's a pretty drastic change in stylistics as far as musically, not so much the band itself, but musically. So were you trying to do these different unusual arrangements and more complex arrangements, or did it just kind of happen?
No. We think that changes is very important.
Okay.
We try every single time to change something in our music, in our project, in our opera. And I think this is very important in not only in the music, but in our life changes. Yeah. So we don't want to play the same music record by record. We try to find different vibes, a different sound, different concept. Of course, we have a metal band, so, but yeah, I think it's very important to switch something. Yeah, every single time, and this is like a journey. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it was it's our goal, trying something new every time. Yeah. Steven, if you wanna.
Yeah, absolutely. I perfectly agree with you, mate. I mean, the developing of the sound from album to album, of course part of the journey. I mean, you have to say something different every time, and you have to increase. I mean, I'm having.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, you have to change. You have to put something new every time on the table. If I can make an example from the last one, from the previous record to this one, the melodic sessions are definitely much more. We can say that pretty much we can find the same melodies rearranged in very different ways, and you can find the same melody in different songs, and you can find all the same melody every time different as the compared to the previous one. It's all the time a developing and movement. It's always moving forward.
Yeah,
we can say something like that.
We have to keep in mind that this is a concept album. We want to tell about the Eleanor story. So it was very important to us to find the right sound for this story, to communicate properly this journey. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So that's kind of where I was going to start digging into is, so the videos that I've watched so far, it definitely is telling a story. And from what I was reading about and kind of digging in a little bit deeper was, there's like the main character, which I guess is the Inquisitor, in these videos. Is this going to be a continual session of videos throughout for the whole record, or did you just pick the select songs that you want for key points? Because I think it would be really awesome if you did like a full-length video of like the whole story, because you kind of drew me in even more with the video now, like of the videos now, and I want to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, we are really proud because this is the first metal music series. So 10th episode, 10 songs, 10 videos. And we thought about this opera since 2 years ago.
Nice.
Maybe, yeah. We wanted to give birth and something new, a new format. And we thought about why we want to mix the music with a series, with the visual stuff. We are shooting 10 different videos.
Nice.
Recording 10 songs. Yeah, and we are. This is the episode number 5, Torture. Yeah. The next one will be released on January 11th. Yeah. We are really proud about that. This new format. Yeah, it was a very crazy. It was crazy. Yeah.
It's been a crazy journey.
Especially in this period, it's a fucking period with the pandemic. Yeah.
They're really well done. That's why I was saying it's like it's something that like when you watch it, you almost start forgetting that it's a music video, and you kind of get yourself like deeper into it. Like,
thank you.
Yeah, especially the last one, like where like it's kind of like you really have to visualize and watch and see what's going on to fully understand what's happening. Like, which is really cool. Like, I jokingly say to my friends that I played the record for that it's like a thinking man's metal record. Like you literally have to sit down and dissect it. That's a great thing. Like a lot of bands today, 3 minutes and it's done. That's not what this is about. Like, so I just want to say like, thank you for doing something different, especially during this time where like literally, nobody goes anywhere or does anything. There's no real live shows. Like it's a breath of fresh air. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it, man. Not a problem. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about a friendship or a bond you guys may have with a band called Lucana Coil. And it almost looks like it's to the point where your drummer is now their drummer as well. So I guess, yeah, so I guess that's kind of and I wanted to say, like, there are a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences in these two bands. So I kind of wanted to see uh how the partnership, the friendship, like where it all came about, because I know their singer kind of helped you out a lot in the beginning, right? Uh from what I was reading, or maybe it's misinformation, but like tell me about this friendship, this bond, and how's it going today?
Yeah. Yeah, we are really close to Lacuna Coil because we live in Crema, in a small town in the north of Italy, and they live in Milan, and we are pretty close to Milan. In 2014, we met Marco Cotizzalati, and he joined us for like a artist producer, and after that we met the entire band. And in 2016, we joined the Delirium World Tour with Lacuna Coil, of course, and Forever Still. It was our first big tour in Europe. Pretty crazy, very, 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 very good, wonderful. And yes, we are friends. And after that, Richard joined the band after in 2019, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are really proud about this. Yeah. We have a lot of memories with Lacuna Coil and funny moments with touring with them. And also, Steven works for Lacuna Coil as a guitar tech and stage manager as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Very cool.
So it's kind of like a partnership. I mean, we work for them. They had a chance to work for us. Like, Handy, as you said, helped us a lot finding a deal with the labels, and Marco as a producer. So we had a good moments to share together.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
cool.
We are really proud because as a Lacuna Coil is a very big band name, big band name in the entire world. Maybe the most important heavy metal Italian metal band in the world, and we are really proud because I think they think very, very good things about us, and yeah, this is very good and very nice. Yeah, very good.
No, and definitely, you can definitely kind of see how you two would be friends and partners and musical allies, because there's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah, we also featuring with Christina Scabbia in the song Salem.
I saw.
Salem, yeah.
Yeah. So cool. So moving on to that's what I kind of want to talk about. So I guess early on you worked with Mighty Music and that kind of fell apart, and then you went to Eclipse. So the thing I kind of want to talk about Eclipse is they're a very unusual record label. They're not like your run-of-the-mill death metal or black metal label. He seems to be, well, Chris, the owner, seems to be very particular on the style of band he picks and for the reason why he picks them. And I kind of wanted to see, after two records, how do you feel this partnership is? Where do you feel that it's going? Because Eclipse is one of those odd labels where they're not a major label, but they're really fucking well known. Like, in the circles, people know who they are. They've had a couple of brushes with greatness with a couple of bands as well already, and I like they're not living on the past. They're living on all these new awesome bands they're signing. So I kind of wanted to ask you, like, how do you feel that you fit in with this partnership, and where do you think it's going? In the future.
May I? Oh, okay.
Sure, please, Steven, please.
It's very interesting question. I would say that the exactly the right reason for Chris had a chance to pick up us as a band in his roster. I'm not sure what really is, but if I can say something about Chris, it's a guy that really it's a rarity on these times.
Yeah,
Right, Nick? I mean,
yeah, you're right.
we had the chance to feel a good vibes in it, and he's the guy who said, "Oh, guys, you fucking did a great job, and I truly believe in it." And he didn't just say, "Oh, dude, you did a good job. Okay, bye bye." But he really proved it. Saying, I mean, he calls us all the time. Pretty much, we talk together once a week or twice or one every 2 weeks. We had constantly contact with him. He always says, "Oh, we can do this better." I mean, it's a kind of like a partnership that you don't see pretty much anymore, because everybody's kind of like, "Oh, yes, give me 2,000 and then release your album and fuck up," you know.
Yeah,
It's a rarity, because it's very, I mean, we put all of our efforts in these projects, and he put all of his efforts and everything he can do for our project. This is the kind of a partnership that we're having right now.
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Am I right? I mean,
You're right, Stephen. Yeah, I agree, and I think Chris is a very professional and a good person. Good person, first of all, and also I think that maybe we are not in target for his label, maybe, but I think Chris saw something special in Genus Ordinis Day, because he is very a smart guy, and this is our second record with him, and it's the last record for our contract, but we are ready to make a new deal with the Chris and the Eclipse record for sure. We can't see be sure about that, but why not?
Sure. No, and I was going to also say that Chris is one of the easiest guys on my side as far as the media side to deal with too. Like, he's very accommodating. He knows what I like and don't like, which is really funny because he'll always say, "Hey, check this one out, but I'm not really sure if this is going to be for you or not," which is like, that's really unusual. Like, he's not hyping a record just because it's on his label. He knows the people that are gonna like give the true love of music for what they do. And I agree with you. You are definitely one of the more fringe bands on his label. Like, you are probably closer to the more extreme side of the stuff that he has. But there's also the other side. He has a lot of poppier stuff too, which is sometimes is very fringy too. And like, he goes both ways, but he has a strong love of both those musics. And I've seen a really strong push for this new record. So that's the other thing which is really nice. And it seems really organic because I'm reading other reviews and interviews to see if I'm like-minded with the other folks that are writing it out there. And we all are very different on what we like about your new record, which is very cool. Like, everybody's got a different piece, a different place. So that's the next thing I kind of want to talk about. Your fan base, and I'm sorry if I'm going to be profane for a minute, but I'm going to be. Your fan base must be the most fucking difficult thing to work with possible, because you literally have 5 different styles within metal that you play. So, uh, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm an old man. Okay, I'm 48. I played music for 25 years. I've toured all over. I've put out a dozen records myself, and I've done everything from industrial music to doom metal. And I understand where you're at, because death metal kids and power metal kids and thrash metal kids, they do not gel. Like, it is
Yeah.
totally different folks, and it's really hard to get them to vibe in. Where do you see your band fit? Like where is the biggest fan base coming from? Like, what kind of people are you seeing? Are they old school metal fans? Are they more death metal fans? Are they more the avant-garde people? Like, I'm just trying to understand, because like, when I listen to the record, I know I'm a small minority of like people that love all of it. But they're like, where are you seeing the most praise from?
Yeah, this is a very good question.
yeah, right.
I think we can get our fans in every kind of heavy metal.
Mhm.
Um, we it's very hard to find the good target for Genus Ordinis Day. But when you are a fan of Genus Ordinis Day, you are really into Genus Ordinis Day.
Mm.
And this is very special for us. And we are really proud about that. So maybe it will be a long journey for us because it's not easy to find the right target for a label for us or the right fan base. But I think this can be a good thing, not just a bad thing. I don't know what if I know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm getting it, but if I can say something about it, I mean, we are now in the 2020, and as everybody know probably, and I'm talking today about, oh, you are trash, so I don't like you, or you are power metal, so I like you, or you have that influence, so maybe because I don't like trash metal, but I prefer that metal. It's kind of like I'm so sorry for saying that. It's an old way to say to think about music. I mean, we're trying to melt all of these kinds. I mean, I always been fascinated by Metallica or thrash metal band or Sepultura or heavy stuff, and Nick has always been fascinated by Manowar, and Blind Guardian and bands like that. So, I mean, I know it's kind of like obvious saying something like that, but we try to melt all of our influences, trying to get something that really represents ourselves,
Yeah,
Sure.
It's and without really think about what a thrash metal guy thinks about our products. It's kind of like we want to do this kind of music, and this is what we really feel, and trying to help everybody to like our band.
Yeah.
It's stupid to say that, but pretty much is it's what I mean.
Nice. Yeah, no, and that's what I meant. And mad respect for the Manowar drop because that's awesome. Like I am a huge
Yeah. That's Nick's
old
fault.
school. Yeah. No, because I am a huge old school Manowar fan. And the more you say it, I can hear Nick's Manowar elements in there. That's pretty cool. Like, you can hear that's pretty awesome.
Did you hear our cover "Hail and Kill"
Yes.
from? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes,
Nice.
yes, I have. But yes, very cool. So going on that, I kind of want to diverge a little bit different. So because I've never been able to see you live yet as a band, I kind of want to ask, what is the major difference in the band's mind between studio and live? Like, what would you say differentiates the record from what you are as a live band?
Okay. Playing live is very, very important for us, and it's a very big deal for our business. And we love play music live. Um, j- you have to see Genus Ordinis Day live for understand Genus Ordinis Day 100%. I think.
Sure.
I know that Steven is right, Steven.
Absolutely, dude.
Okay, and we trying to put all of our energy, all of our sound into the performance every single time, and it's very difficult to describe that moment. You have to be there. Yeah, but we working very hard to improve and to improve our shows. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a
to get a
very
chance to
very
go
important.
maybe
Yeah.
tour US, maybe that would be
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of band that play only on YouTube in 2020, 2021. Yeah, it's not our idea. It's not our deal. Not. This is not for us.
if I can say something about it, I mean, yeah, of course, Nix is totally right, and
Sorry.
yeah, uh, the way we think or we feel the playing, the difference between studio and live playing, I mean, it's not that totally different. Because, for example, for the new record, we had a chance to record in our own studio,
Yeah.
and it's always about us. It's always about our friendship. I mean, we live super close to everybody.
Yep.
We see us every day. We have a beer every day. So and we are a lot of beers, and
Much.
and we are friends since kind of like 10, 15 years, maybe. And uh, the way we play in the studio is the same way we walk into a pub, and it's the same way we walk on stage. That means that we feel that the energy that we have together. We are not thinking, oh, we need to go on stage, we are terrorized. It's just like, let's go, let's, I mean, not fuck around, but I mean, let's have fun. Let's break some skulls, and let's go have a beer together. And I mean, we just have to spread our energy. That's pretty much it. I mean, and a
Yeah.
lot of guys that see us say, "Oh, dude, I can fucking really see that you are friends
Nice.
in real life, and when you're playing, because you guys are so solid, so compact, so strong together."
Solid.
I mean, that's pretty much the way I think our live playing. I mean, and a lot of guys told us the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Cool. No, awesome. And that's really important today. Like, I noticed that bands that last are the bands that are friends, and like legitimate friends, not just business partners. Like, they grew up together or they've been together for 15 years and they've dealt with all the shit. And, and kind of like I'm the same way with my musical partner. Like, I've been with him for, oh God, 17 years, because like I don't want to work with anybody else, because if I did, I would just get pissed off and like walk.
Yeah, right.
Like, we know each other's attitudes, and like when somebody's not okay, it's time to just give them 10 minutes and walk away or whatever. Like, yeah, I totally get that. That's cool. So I want to talk about one gripe that I have, and it's, you're probably gonna laugh, but like why is there not a fucking vinyl record for this goddamn album? Okay, this is the most perfect record for a vinyl record. Like, it is, it's a story, it's an opera, it's a visual mind. I just like a gatefold with pictures, and I just like, why would this not be a vinyl release, and why? Just explain to me. Uh, do you want that? Do you not want that? Like,
Yeah.
It's
ahead.
gonna happen, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be the greatest thing you never seen in your life.
Exactly. Exactly. We are thinking about that, Clint. Yeah, for sure. Uh, we think that it will be a very good gift at the end of this opera.
Gotcha.
Why not? We decide to not produce it vinyl for now because we are. Um, it's because the money. I mean,
That's
it's
fair.
very expensive to produce a vinyl, and we are an underground band yet, so we are really thinking about our business, and we decided to wait for this kind of product. Yeah, but we are thinking very hard about that because we received a lot of requests of vinyl.
Yeah.
So I think, as Steven said before, that we're gonna produce the vinyl for sure at the end of this journey. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's sad talking about money right now because it's all about energy and and good stuff, but we
Yeah.
also have to think about it sometimes. And uh, we were already supposed to release something about like that. We decided to wait just because we need okay, guys, we're releasing some new merch, some stuff, some every limited edition stuff and merch for every episode with limited edition graphic designs and stuff, and said maybe the vinyl thing should be the last greatest piece of our collection, you know. So we're gonna have two greater things. I mean, we're gonna have, okay, we're gonna spend the huge money later, and we're gonna have a chance to think about it and, you know, release something great.
Yeah,
Cool.
We're gonna take some time to do that.
That's awesome. No, very cool. Because particularly again, old guy, love going to record stores, love picking up records. I miss the days of walking into record stores and hanging out with the owner, and they actually knew who the hell I was, and they say, "Hey, I just got this new album, and I think you're really gonna dig it. Like, this is the thing that you should check out because I know what you like." I miss those days. So no, like, if vinyl comes out, that's typically what I buy. I'm a digital guy otherwise. Like, I'm the same as most people. Like, I want it on my phone, be able to travel, be able to listen to music like that I love. And I'm also kind of want to see how you guys feel about, like, I have a very kind of anti-feeling about fans and music right now. And the reason why is everything is so disposable today. And with a band like you, where I really feel you need to listen to an album from beginning to end, especially this one in particular, like, where do you feel that because it's an actual story that people are drawn to it or not drawn to it right now? And I kind of like, I'm really kind of wondering because the reviews and the feedback that I've seen of your band is night and day. It's like it's either a very love, or it's a very like, oh, I listened to it and it's not my cup of tea. Like, there's like, it's like either one or the other. I never see middle of the road reviews for this record in any way, shape, or form. So and that's awesome because that means you got people that love you and people that it's just not what they're into. But like, do you feel that with the way the modern age is and 2-minute songs are like what the thing is right now, that it hurts musicians like ourselves that like to write 7, 8-minute, 9-minute long songs?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like a gamble, this album. You know, as you said, it's something like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow the way and say, oh, we're gonna release 10 singles, or we're gonna write and compose what we really feel that is not really common and, you know, not really fancy right now, you know. So we decided for the second for the second round, of course, trying to put in all of our songs something different every time that helps people to recognize the sounds, to identify himself in the story, and, you know, trying to spread something new and help people to listen to it and say, okay, it's not a 2-minute song, but I'm at the 9 minute of the song. I didn't realize that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of like we're trying to find a different way to write music and to tell stories to people. You know, it's kind of like something different.
And also, I think that there are two frivolous and fast things in this time. We want to give to our fans something special. We'd like to have a kind of premium fan base.
Mm-hmm.
We want to. You have to spend your time to get into the journey, put down deep in the story. This is very important for us. It's our ambitious, and we asked to our fan to discover the secret of Glare of Deliverance.
Yeah, right. Because we have many details and secrets into the album that you can discover day by day.
Yeah, if you want to listen something easy, you can just open your smartphone on your PC, go into the YouTube or stuff like that.
No, absolutely.
If you want something special, you can hear Glare of Deliverance.
Cool. No, and that's the way I feel. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It takes an investment, but it's totally worth it. Like I said, I've listened to the record probably a dozen times now, and I'm always finding something new, and that's very cool. Like the way that Steven just said it. Like you're absolutely right. Like you're like, oh wait, and sometimes it's not lyrical. Sometimes it's just like, oh man, like there was that really cool like orchestral part that I've never heard before, or
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, or like wow, like there's a really jazzy bass line buried in the background that I did not realize was going on there.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah. Thank
and
you.
like yeah, things like that. So very cool. So I just got a couple more for you, but I do just want to say thank you for doing this. It's always a pleasure when other like-minded musicians and friends are here to just kind of have a conversation, and I love these kind of conversations. So my last question to you is the question I ask every band, and I always get a really mixed reaction. So I just want to see what you're going to do. So if you could have any band or artist reinterpret and rework your music and make it their own, who would it be and why?
Wow. Do you want to start, Steven?
Yeah, right. Like this, I would say Pink Floyd,
Cool.
and I tell you why. Uh, the first time I heard one of the songs of the album, and I'm not saying which one because you have to discover the secret. I mean, you guys, I'm saying,
Yeah.
and there is a solo or a lead or a reinterpretation. I think it's right. I mean, of one of the tones and themes of the album, and it's played like a Gilmour sound.
Gotcha.
Bender, and I say, oh fuck, dude, Tommy, you had a great idea. This is so Gilmour, and it doesn't really. I mean, he played that solo saying, I don't fucking care, it sounds Gilmour, but it sounds fucking great in this part, and it doesn't really meld with any other parts of this album, but it sounds so great. So I would say Gilmour.
Cool.
Nice. Very good. I really I want to hear Eric Adams sing my songs from Manowar.
Yeah.
I mean, in his style, with his style, of course. Yeah, because Manowar was the band of my young age. I'm really a huge fan of the band. And why not Beethoven like a conductor of our orchestra?
Sure. That would be very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're saying Beethoven because Tommy, our producer, and it's very fan of him.
Nice. Very cool.
I reply for Tommy now.
That's cool. Hey, you know what? That's what the band's for. Give her.
Exactly.
So the last thing I'm going to let you guys do is I kind of give you an open forum. Talk to as I jokingly say, the hundreds of wonderful people that are going to watch this video and kind of learn about you, and maybe you'll get a whole bunch of new fans. That's my goal for this. But talk to them about what the future plans are, what you want to talk about as a band. I don't care. I'm going to give you a few minutes. It's just kind of an open forum.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, we want to say thank you to you, Clint, and to the audience, to our fan base for the support in this bad and weird period.
Yeah.
And we are really, really proud and happy about the good feedback that we received in this last month for Glare of Deliverance. We are working hard on this project and also on the future project. We are always in movement, and yes, we want to say thank you to all of our bakers, because we did a very important crowdfunding campaign for this opera, and I'm pretty sure that Glare of Deliverance it's a very good and important, big and important gift for this Christmas and for the future. Yeah, so enjoy the records and yeah, stay tuned with Genus Ordinis Day.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say something about the crowdfunding campaign. Of course, thanks to you guys, because without you, right now we could have made we really did, and we achieved in this journey and this artwork because you had a chance to support us, and I mean, without your help, we couldn't make anything about this album. Thank you for trusting us, and as we're trying to show you every day, we are working hard. I mean, 8 hours a day, pretty much like that. I mean, I finished 8 hours or editing at a computer, or everyone every day it's or shipping or working hard on this project, trying to give you the best product as we can make. Pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. I totally appreciate this. I will definitely put links to your to your Facebook, to the label, to places to be able to get it digitally and physically. If you ever do come to the US, we will definitely hang out, have a beer, and talk music for sure. That's
absolutely.
It will be a pleasure.
Absolutely. Again, Clint from the Doorway too. Nick and Stephen, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Gonna end it here. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Have a nice Christmas and everything.